I want to begin this module by addressing the thought that I know is sitting somewhere in the back of your mind. You might be thinking, Marina, all of this is beautiful, but let's be honest. True elegance, real status requires money. A certain kind of lifestyle, a certain kind of access to things. And you're not entirely wrong, but I would say that you are about 80% right. The 20% where you're right are the resources. The resources, when they're used with intention and taste, they can absolutely amplify elegance. The real environment, the right education, the right experience, they all contribute. I will not say otherwise. And it does impact your ability to create comfort and beauty around yourself with time. But 80% of what we recognize true elegance, the kind of elegance that stops the room, the one that stays long before a person has left, has nothing to do with money. In fact, I know a few of financially privileged people that have the least elegance. And some of the most genuinely elegant women I have ever met built everything they had from scratch, from nothing. But they build it based on clarity, values, through daily invisible decisions to become more fully themselves. That 80% is what this module is all about. First, let's define the terms. Before we talk about how to build elegance and status, we need to understand what these words actually mean. Not what social media culture has told us they mean, but what they actually mean. The word elegance comes from Latin eligere, to select, to choose. Elegance, it has its etymological root in selectivity. It is the practice of choosing deliberately what you wear, what you say, how you spend your time, who you allow into your life, what you give your attention to, and what you do not. So elegance is fundamentally the art of the considered choice. This changes everything because it means that elegance is not about having more. It is about choosing better. It is not abundance at its fullest. It is a discernment. The word status comes from Latin statum, a standing, a position, not a ranking imposed from the outside, but a place you have established through who you are and how you move through the world. As you can see, both of these words, properly understood, point inward before they point outward. They're about something you build and something you decide, not something that you're handed. So what elegant people and people of genuine status have in common? I have spent years in the rooms with genuinely elegant, genuinely high status people across different cultures, different countries, different industries, worlds. And what strikes me, it's not what they have, but it is what they are. What they are without exemption. And what they are without exception is clear. They have clear values, clear sense of purpose, clear understanding of who they are and what they stand for. This clarity is not rigidity that most people often think. Sometimes they're the most open-minded people and curious, but it is a groundness, an internal compass that does not waver depending on who is watching or what is fashionable, what is trendy, what are other people expecting of them. Variable values produce variable behavior. And variable behavior, however charming it might be at that particular moment, never produces lasting elegance or enduring status and trust. People simply cannot trust what they cannot predict. And trust at the deepest level is what both elegance and status are built upon. Who is elegant? I am being asked this question quite often. And the answer I hear most from people who haven't really thought deeply about it. They say elegant woman is someone who dresses beautifully. She's someone who knows which fork to use. She carries herself well, she has good manners. So all these things are not wrong, but they are the surface. They're visible expression of something that lives much deeper. A truly elegant woman is first and foremost selective. She chooses her words, she chooses her company, her commitments, her environment, everything with care, not with coldness and not with snobbery, but with genuine discernment. She knows what is worthy of her attention and what is not. And she has that self-respect to act accordingly based on the situation. She has values and she follows them. Not only when it is convenient, not only when someone is watching, but always. She carries an inner state of dignity, that quiet, unshakable sense of her own worth that does not rise and fall with external improvement and with the weather changes. She does not need anybody to validate her presence because she has already validated it herself. She respects herself, and because she respects herself, she also extends genuine respect to others. She makes people feel noticed, not just flattered, not mentioned, but truly, truly seen and cared for. This is one of the rarest and most powerful gifts one human being can offer to another. And the elegant women offer this naturally because her attention is genuinely outwards. She takes care of herself, not out of vanity, not because someone said this, but out of this deep understanding that if she cannot take care of herself, she won't be able to give the best to the world because she will be depleted. She has the poise. It is that particular quality of stillness under pressure, of grace under difficulty, that comes from a woman who has done enough inner work to know that most things that feel urgent are not that urgent. And most things that feel so threatening are not threats. Elegance is not a look. It is a way of being. It is an inner state. It is first here, and then outside. Please remember this. Let's talk about status. Status, generally understood, is not only a number in your bank account or a title on a business card. Although all those things, they follow, trust me. Status is the standing you have earned in your own eyes first, and then in the eyes of the world. So many women spend lives trying to earn status in the eyes of others before they have established it in their own eyes. They chase recognition, position, visible markers, and they wonder why something, even despite the fact they have achieved everything, something still feels so shallow and off. Of course it feels off because the foundation was never laid, because you cannot build lasting status on external improvement. You can only build it on the bedrock of your own self-respect. Status begins the day you decide, but truly, truly decide that you're a woman of substance, that your time is valuable, that your word means something, that your standards are non-negotiable. Not because someone else confirmed it, but because you did. Because you believe in it. From that decision, everything else follows. The goals you set, the standards you hold, the way you show up in every room, the caliber of person you attract into your life and your work. Status is not performed. It is radiated by a woman who has done the inner work and carries the results of it, quietly and consistently, in every single step she does. And yes, your goals here matter enormously. Whether you're building a business, a career, you create a life, a family, legacy, the clarity and ambition of your goals are part of your status. Not because achievement earns you worth, okay? Because it already has the worth, but because a woman with a clear sense of where she's going commands a different quality of respect than the one who is simply waiting to see where the life will take her. So define your purpose. Pursue it with both elegance and ambition. And do it authentically, because authenticity in this world full of performance is one of the rarest and most powerful status signal that exists. People can feel the difference between a woman who is living her genuine life and the one who is performing the life she thinks she should have. The genuine one is always more compelling and attractive. Our program is coming to an end, and everything we have built was always leading here. I would like to take a moment before we close to look back at the journey we have taken together in this program. We have built a wonderful foundation. We begin with first impression, because as we said, the world forms its initial view of us just in seconds, and you deserve to shape that view intentionally. We moved into confidence, the settled, inhabited kind that comes from self-knowledge, not performance. We build your body language, because we know that your body speaks before the words do. And it was time for it to say what you actually want to say. We prepared you for the room that matters, events, meetings, the protocol and presence required to navigate them with ease. We gave you the tools of elegant communication, because how you speak, how you listen, how you connect is the medium of thought which your entire life is conducted. We explored femininity, your soft power, your core, the part of you that was always there waiting for you to be exposed and for you to be chosen fully. Now here, in this final module, all of it was building towards elegance and status, not as destinations you arrive at one day when you only have enough, when you only have time, but as a way of being that you choose, and the way that you choose to be over and over again every single day of your life. Before we close, I would like to give you something that I believe is one of the most important exercises in this entire program. I want you to create your values list. Not the values you think you should have, not the ones that sound impressive, the ones that actually drive your decisions, the standards you hold yourself to, the lines you will not cross, the things you return to when you're uncertain about a choice. In your workbook, write them down, please. Take your time, be honest. And then next to each value, write one behavior that honors it in your daily life. One concrete move, real action that says, I live this. This is not an aspirational, this is who I am. This list is your elegance blueprint. It is the architecture of the woman you are becoming. And in many ways, the woman you already are. Read it every single time you feel uncertain. Read it when you feel tempted to compromise. Read it when you walk into the room and need to remember who walked in with you. And the final word. You came to this program, I imagine, with a certain feeling, a sense that was a version of you, more poised, more present, more fully herself, and that you hadn't quite stepped yet into. A version that knew how to walk into a room and feel that she belonged there. That she knew how to speak, how to be heard, how to listen, how to approach. A woman that knew how to be soft and strong at the same time, and that never felt that she has to choose between them. I hope that by now, the version feels a little closer, a little more real, a little more like something you're already becoming, rather than something you're still waiting to be. Ladies, elegance is not given. It is not purchased. It is not inherited. It is decided, and you have already begun. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for choosing me, for being a part of this journey. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.